Hallo zusammen! Yes, they are back. German sayings, idioms, proverbs, and whatnot. And today I'm gonna talk about a new one. I think I've already said that in a live stream at some point, and it's still true. This is actually one of my favorite video series on this channel, as a German as well. Maybe it's not that interesting for you guys, I don't know, but I really like to learn more about certain sayings and expressions, and where they come from, why we use them, and, well, their existence pretty much. Very philosophical, I know. So today we're gonna take a closer look at the saying "Das geht runter wie Öl." What does it mean? Where does it come from? How do Germans use it? And why? The meaning. A term you might be familiar with is das Öl, singular, die Öle, plural, oil. In this case, Öl refers to salad oil, meaning a form of oil that is digestible, that is edible, so to speak. In this phrase, it's only the singular form that's commonly used. The literal translation of "Das geht runter wie Öl" is "that goes down like oil." Linguistically, I'd personally say it's not a highly idiomatic phrase, which means you can grasp or actually guess the intended meaning of the phrase by looking at each word and what those words mean, and then summing up the overall context, the overall meaning, so to speak. Idiomatic proverbs are expressions which don't really allow someone to get the overall meaning simply by adding the meanings of all separate words that create this expression. The capability of using certain cognitive and abstract forms of thinking is required, or it might simply be a question of having enough background knowledge in order to get the meaning of such idiomatic phrases. In other words, you have to have a certain cultural knowledge, a cultural background maybe even, to get some rather abstract expressions right away. Coming back to "Das geht runter wie Öl", it's a pretty fixed expression in terms of its components, because usually it's these words Germans prefer to use here. Some Germans might add a reflexive pronoun though. "Das geht mir runter wie Öl", that goes me down like oil. Of course, that's a very literal translation. There's an equivalent saying in English which goes "that's music to my ears", and interestingly enough, we also have that particular saying in German. "Das klingt wie Musik in meinen Ohren", that sounds like music in my ears, again as a literal translation. This direct German equivalent, if you will, doesn't get used often at all though, at least not so much in spoken German. Either way, both versions carry the same meaning. Someone said something charming and friendly about you as a person or something you've done, and you feel humbled. You've received a compliment, and of course you enjoy getting that. Makes sense, right? So in that sense, saying "Das geht runter wie Öl" also applies a certain form of gratitude on your side, but usually Germans add the interjection "Danke", thanks, to it anyway. Du bist echt ein cooler Typ. Ach, danke. Das geht runter wie Öl. You like to hear that and it makes you happy. So I heard you find my videos helpful, entertaining, and you really enjoy them? Well, thank you very much in the first place. The crowdfunding page Patreon is definitely one of the best ways to say thank you Dave and to support me. And the cool thing is you can choose to get some rewards in return. Of course, you can also support me on Patreon if you aren't interested in any rewards or if you just like to tip a few dollars per month in total. Just add a maximum amount to your basic pledge on the confirmation page then. Like this. Honest, heartfelt thanks for doing that, because every little bit helps. Thanks for your attention, and now enjoy the rest of the video. The origin. You might have asked yourself, okay, why would someone link this positive emotion to drinking oil though? I mean, I could think of more delicious beverages in comparison. Anyway, according to my research, the German term Öl also relates to ale, meaning a beer. As an old Germanic term, it's still a commonly used Scandinavian word which refers to an ale beer. In Danish and Norwegian it's öl, and in Swedish and Icelandic it's öl, or something like that. By the way, because I'm a curious person, is there any Icelandic viewer that is watching my videos? Or Scandinavian viewers in general? That would be really nice to know. At some point, the term Öl seemed to have ended being the common German term for an ale or a general beer though, And nowadays we'd either use the general term das Bier, the beer, or das Ale for a specific ale beer. And haha, obviously all your support in the comments, by liking the stuff, by sharing my videos, all that geht runter wie Öl as well, if I may say so. Anyway, I'd like to know, is there a similar expression, a similar saying in your country, in your language even? Tell me in the comments, I'd really like to know, because I'm a curious person. I hope you will stay curious as well for upcoming videos on this channel. So thanks for watching. I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal.